Hola, muy buenas a todos y bienvenidos de nuevo a mi canal. Soy Thekingoflcv y esto es GENSHIN IMPACT y estamos aquí con nuestra amiga Aloy, que ya sabéis que nos la regalan por los que somos de PS4 y ya os darán para PC y demás componentes. Mal rollo nos cae. Bueno, estamos aquí en la zona chunga y vamos a hacer la misioncita de Arconte. Para ello tenemos que venir aquí. Vamos a abrir la misión. Lo que pasa es que están cayendo unas de rayos impresionante, claro. Voy a poner, veis, para que veáis la misión. Es Mision De Arconte, omnipresencia sobre los mortales, espadas, peces y resistencia. Nos tenemos que dirigir al lugar acordado y reunirnos con Teppei. Tras una invitación de Sangormilla Kokomi, decides visitar el santuario Sangormilla, el cuartel general del ejército de la Resistencia. Exactamente, vamos a ir allí. Y... claro que sí, y tenemos aquí a, pues eso, a Aloy. Y vamos a hablar con el susodicho. Si no nos cae un rayo mientras tanto.
There you are. Good to see you.
Teppei.
Your appointment with Sangonomiya is fast approaching. We should get going. Are you ready? We'll start by heading to the camp on Watatsumi Island, and then we'll go meet Her Excellency together from there.
Vale.
If you start to feel seasick at any point during the trip, let me know straight away. That said, you've spent time with the Crux fleet in the past, so I think you'll probably be fine.
Claro que no, ninguno.
Ready? And away we go.
Muy bien, nos ponemos así en brazos en jarras y ya si eso nos vamos, ¿no? Qué bonito. ¡Ostras! ¡Qué susto! Creía que era una ballena. No, es nuestro barco. Vale, omnipresencia de los mortales. Muy bien. Nos llevamos mientras tanto esto de aquí. Está para acá todo. Todo para nosotros. Vale. Igual, probamos, investigamos. Vale, nos hemos llevado todo, nos piramos. Vamos a echar un vistazo a dónde hay que ir. Porque la verdad es que, claro, esto es la zona nueva del mapa, que no he desbloqueado nada en absoluto. Así que echemos un vistazo así rápido para ver a dónde hay que ir. Allí, hijo mío, allí. Vale, pues vámonos para allá. Tenemos millas. Vale, es posible que haga un corte en algunos momentos, sobre todo como tengo que desbloquear mucho, es posible que haya cortecitos. Venga, ahora nos vemos, chicos. Vale, hemos llegado más o menos a tierra firme, cosa que no está mal. Y parece que ya vamos encontrando cositas chachitas. Por ejemplo, esto ya no cae en rayo. Vale, estos son como teleport o algo así. Yo tampoco tengo explorado mucho, pero parece ser. Vale, nuevas explicaciones. Vale, línea eléctrica de piedra que si te acercas a ellas mientras llevas un electrógrafo tal vez puedes hacer que se iluminen. Perfecto. Y ya está, que se ilumine. Pues muy bien. Vale. Bueno, ya vamos a probar así un momento, un plan prueba, tampoco. Que seguro que ya vosotros todos lo sabéis. Ole. Vale, pues ya está, ya lo sabemos. Que es para abrir cofrecitos así en plan sencillo. Vale.
Let's see. That looks edible.
Claro,
This looks useful.
Por supuesto. Vale, venga, vamos a ir a ese punto. Está a 500 y pico metros. De momento estamos lejos, pero bueno, por lo menos el primer punto de contacto quería que lo vierais. Vale, desbloqueamos nos persiguen ahí los bichos. Vale, nuevo bicho.
Ever seen one of these? This is a new one. Nowhere to hide.
Pero vamos un poco a nuestra Aloy.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
La verdad es que está bastante chula
The
la
hunt is on.
Aloy.
Got something for ya.
Mola un mazo
Born of ice
el
and
personaje.
frost. Speed of light.
Vale, pues perfecto. Hay otro bicho por ahí. Tampoco me quisiera entretener mucho.
You're stuck now.
Speed of light.
Pero bueno, así vemos también los nuevos bichillos que van saliendo.
Access denied.
Reventing.
No, my sword.
Le damos.
Don't blink.
Son durillos,
Blaze over.
pero nada que hacer. Vale, perfecto. Estas cositas pues nos van dando cosillas como siempre para la sesión de personaje y sobre todo el caparazón especial es una de las piezas que necesita Aloy, por ejemplo. O sea que ni tan mal. Vale. Nueva información. Pedida. Venga, continuamos. A ver. ¿Hacia dónde tenemos que ir? 500 y pico metros. Vale, pues cuando estemos cerca nos vemos, ¿vale? Que todavía queda poquito, pero por lo menos vamos avanzando. Vale, ya he desbloqueado un mapa. Ya más o menos hemos hecho algunos desbloqueos interesantes y ahora tenemos que dirigir al punto en cuestión. Esta nueva mecánica está súper chula de los teletransportes estos, muy guapa. Y la verdad es que ya hemos abierto bastante. Ahora me falta desbloquear algunas cosillas más, algunos viajes rápidos, pero por lo menos el principal está desbloqueado y ya se nos ha desbloqueado todas las islitas estas que hay por aquí, o sea que no está mal la cosa. Así que venga, vámonos al punto de encuentro y a ver qué nos encontramos. La verdad es que la zona es súper bonita, hasta decir basta. Fijaos cómo mola el santuario ese. Impresionante. Pero que muy chulo. La verdad. Vale, tenemos que ir a este punto. Pueblo Borou. Y continuamos con la historia. A ver qué nos cuentan.
Here we are, the training grounds for Watatsumi Island's troops. Right now, the resistance is predominantly made up of local soldiers from Watatsumi Island. Some of them are fighting with the Shogun's army in Tatarasuna, and some of them are stationed here on the island to keep the locals safe.
Did you used to train here too?
Yep. Unfortunately, I had to join the fight in Tatarasuna before I'd had the chance to impress the instructors, so they had me start off by helping in the logistics division. I'll be staying here for now. If you need me for anything, just come here. If I'm not around, just write a note and stick it on the wall. As soon as I see it, I'll come find you. Shoot! It's nearly time for the appointment with Her Excellency. I'll have to show you around Watatsumi Island some other time. For now, let's get ourselves over to Sangonomiya.
Sí, vámonos al santuario. Corre.
So, Sangonomiya is the name of the place where Sangonomiya Kokomi lives? Huh. Let's go check it out.
Vale, por aquí dice que hay una...
Let's get going. There are people who need our help.
Aquí hay un Destróculus. Traiga usted para acá. Vale, vamos a ver a Sangonomiya. Claro que sí. Vale, aquí hay un puente. Pues nada, vayamos. La verdad es que es súper chulo la zona, ¿eh? Muy bonita. Perla de coral. Oh, bien. Cositas nuevas ahí. Equipamiento seguramente para, pues como todo, ascensión de arma, de ya sabes. Pero vamos, muy guay, la verdad que sí. Oh, un viaje rápido. A ver si puedo por aquí. Los viajes rápidos vienen bien siempre intentar desbloquearlos, porque nos van a ayudar mucho luego a la hora de hacer las misiones y los encargos. Todo viene muy bien. Como molan las gotitas que hay por ahí, un montón de pompitas, sí. Vale, otro desbloqueo. Vale, hasta podemos hacer un viaje rápido y ya aquí pillamos un atajo bien bueno. ¿Qué pasa, machote? Oh, cómo mola esto, impresionante. Bueno, si esto parece el Caribe. Impresionante.
Food supplies are the absolute top priority, period. We cannot afford any losses. With the conflict between us and the Shogun's army getting more intense by the day, we must prioritize the stability of the rear guard.
Understood. I will think of a way.
Take heart. We have a fresh batch of supplies in hand, and I'm working on expanding the army. I appreciate that the lack of manpower has been hard on all of you, but things are going to get better.
We're expanding the army? Oh, that's great. Whoever this mystery supporter is, they're doing us a great service.
Somos nosotros.
Huh? Teppei, what are you doing back on Watatsumi Island? Might I ask who?
VIP guests of Her Excellency, that's who. I'm acting under orders to escort them both here.
Oh, really? Wait, so are you the new recruit everyone's been talking about? Strength of 20 men, splits an arrow in twain from 100 paces, skin as hard as diamond. That's you?
Por supuesto, ¿no parece verdad? Pues sí, pasa que sí.
Seriously? What is going on with these rumors?
Tú déjalo que lo suelten los rumores.
You've come a long way. I'm sure you must be here on pressing business, so I won't disturb you any further. Feel free to visit me if you have any time to spare.
Vale, Oscobuco Daisuke.
Your Excellency, I'll take my leave.
Muy bien, comienzo fresco.
Your Excellency, I couldn't help but overhear Okubo mention something about a third-party supporter? What was that about?
Not long ago, someone wrote to me saying that they wish to support the Watatsumi Island resistance effort. To that end, they also furnished us with a great deal of supplies. Thanks to them, we can finally start recruiting troops on the scale we need to openly confront the Shogun's army on the front line. I am not without my doubts about the whole affair, but Watatsumi Island is hardly affluent, and these supplies are a much-needed lifeline for us.
Vale, estamos aceptando suministros de alguien.
The sender's conditions were also reasonable. They simply ask us to dedicate ourselves fully to fighting against the Shogun's army.
Vale, qué generosos, ¿no? Nos dan cachivaches para luchar.
Whatever other motives they may have, we are at least aligned on this. So let's consider them an anonymous ally.
Vale, tiene un aliado anónimo, por lo que se ve.
Naturally, we shouldn't let our guard down. If you discover anything out of the ordinary, please report it to me at once.
Your Excellency, does this mean that the food at the front line is gonna get any better? I was at the field hospital the other day, and everyone was begging for some barbecued meat.
Don't worry. I've already made arrangements for that. Everyone will have their fill of meat. But to be clear, still no alcohol.
That's fantastic!
I understand how hard it's been on everyone. The Resistance Army's rations have barely changed at all since the Vision Hunt decree was first announced. I will discuss this with the Logistics Division to see what further improvements can be made. However, our supplies are still limited. I must ask you to remain patient until victory is ours. When will the Vision Hunt decree finally end? That's the question, and I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The mere existence of the Vision Hunt decree is baffling. The Tenryou Commission's attitude just doesn't seem to add up, and neither does the Shogun's. The Tenryou Commission's zealous support for the decree seems to come out of nowhere, and the Shogun seems completely indifferent to the fact that it has effectively caused a civil war. I suspect the Vision Hunt decree won't end until these mysteries are solved. All I can say for certain is that as long as the Vision Hunt decree remains in force, we will never give up our fight.
Dile que sí.
Traveler, to confirm, knowing the current situation facing Watatsumi Island and the Resistance, are you still willing to fight with us?
Claro que vamos a luchar contra
Good.
nosotros.
Then here is your assignment.
Venga.
I hereby appoint you as captain of the Watatsumi Island Special Operations Unit, Swordfish 2.
Vale, el escuadrón pez espada número 2, por supuesto.
Whoa, what? Swordfish 2? Is this the same Swordfish Special Ops unit that I'm thinking of? It's hard enough getting into a Special Ops unit at the bottom rung, let alone jumping to captain in one fell swoop. This is incredible.
Hombre, que somos la creme de la creme.
Although this appointment breaks with convention, I firmly believe that with your wisdom, courage, and strength, you can lead your team to victory.
Great! So when do we take up our post?
The members of Swordfish 2 are currently on standby in a valley to the southwest. Ronin have been causing trouble down there lately, and we need a special operations unit to eliminate them and stabilize the rear guard. I have already written your appointment letter, which you'll need to show them on arrival. Once that's out of the way, please lead them in ridding the area of Ronin.
Vale, los Ronin están dando guerra por ahí.
The Special Ops Unit comprises Watatsumi Island's elite soldiers. They can be a little rough around the edges, but I have every confidence that you will win their trust.
What about me, Your Excellency? Any battles you need me to get involved in? I want to make a contribution to the Resistance too.
Of course. I'll arrange something and brief you shortly.
All right! One successful operation coming right up! You may have swiped the captaincy of Swordfish 2, but watch this space, because this guy's on his way up!
Okay, sure. Well, be careful out there. Don't push yourself too hard. Well, Trevor, let's move out.
Vale, pues muy bien, somos capis, ahí me corre. Vale, ve al lugar donde está el escuadrón pez espada número 2. Perfecto. A ver, si hablamos con el chaval este que nos dice alguna cosa así nueva.
I'll admit, being promoted directly to captain is pretty amazing. But I'm not about to get left behind. I'll see you at the top someday soon.
Vale. ¿Y la muchacha esta?
From now on, let's fight together.
De que sí. Luchemos juntos. Vale, hay que ir a... Bueno, cuántos brillis hay por aquí. Pero bueno, ya lo iremos recogiendo, no nos vamos a volver locos. Hay que ir ahí arriba. Vale, espera un momento. Aprovechemos ahora los viajes rápidos. Hemos desbloqueado. Y mucho mejor. Vale, vamos a buscar al escuadrón ese. Están por aquí. Como mola Aloy, mola mazo, pero ni os cuento. Vale, están por aquí. Aquí. Vamos. Que son estos. Veterano de pez de espada.
Ah, you must be the new captain of Swordfish 2. Her Excellency briefed us in advance. Your reputation precedes you, and the appointment letter is all in order. But I still have my doubts.
About what?
I'll be straight with you. I want to know whether you have what it takes to lead us.
You mean, like, a duel?
Normally, a duel would be the quickest way to settle the question. But this time, we've got a better way. We're stationed here because of all the Ronin causing trouble in these parts. If you can get rid of them for us, we'll take that as a measure of your strength.
Ah, vale, no hay problema.
All right, let's show them what you're made of.
Vale. Pues nada, vamos a decirles hola a estos Ronin. Son un poco rudos también los Ronin, rudos. Traigo usted para acá, monedita para la saca, nunca sobran. A ver, soy vosotros. Hola. ¿Qué tal?
This'll pack a punch.
Oli, oli.
This is a new one.
Sí que sí.
This is long overdue.
Conocemos a las bestias pardas estas.
Nowhere to hide.
A tu casa, chaval.
Okay, seems like you can hold your own. The rumors are exaggerations, of course, but still, your abilities are admirable. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kotoku, acting captain of Swordfish 2. This is Yoshihisa, a fellow veteran of the team. I now formally cede the position of captain to you. Swordfish 2 awaits your orders.
Hay otro Ronin que ocuparse.
There are 2 hard-hit areas. This was one of them, but thanks to you, this area is now secure. Their only remaining stronghold is located at the shallows on the east side of the island.
Vale.
That said, the ones over there are tougher, and there's more of them.
Deberemos ir a echar un vistazo.
You got that right. Watatsumi Island is busy fighting the Shogun's army on the front line. We can't let these guys mess up things at the rear.
Vale. De momento bien, ¿eh? Vale, logro completado. Peces para nuevo. Muy bien. ¿Qué es esto? Vale. Muy bien. Cosas muy chulas, la verdad. Vale. Pues tenemos que ir a desbloquear el siguiente bastión. Oye, muy chulo, la verdad. Sí, sí, sí. Vale, a ver, echemos un vistazo. Aquí hay un montón de puzzles y demás que ya... Bueno, en fin. Ahora estamos centrados en lo que viene siendo la misión. A ver si tenemos algún viajecito rápido. Sí, perfecto. Pues vámonos para allá. Vale. Está por allí. Muchas cosas muy chulas, la verdad. Puzzlecillos y demás. Página misteriosa, me la llevo. Vale, el mecanismo complicado. Vale, sí, 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 esto ya lo haremos. De momento me llevo cosas de aquí, que esto siempre es interesante. Este método de la rima es realmente interesante. Asignaré un número a cada una de las posiciones de los cubos. Norte es 1, este es 2, sur, vale. A ver, 4 de esto. Bueno, esto es un puzzle, pero bueno, ya lo haré. De momento me lo quedo con toda la información. Vale. Ahora intentaremos que las otros números de las líneas centrales verticales. Bueno, esto es la tela, ¿eh? Lo resolví. Otra cosa que añadir a mi tesis. Muy bien. Ahora me dejé al oeste a ver si hay más ruinas. Vale, esto es... Ojito. Vale, aquí están las chuletas, o sea, no hay problema. Cuando queramos venimos aquí y lo leemos. Pero ya lo hemos descubierto. Vale, esto se desbloquea... No, esto se rompe... Espadazo limpio. Vale. Lo que pasa es que, claro, aquí hay que pillar un espadón. Que es lo que hace que recojamos las cosas. Si no, nos tenemos aquí 3 años y medio. Pero bueno, por lo menos pues coger uno. Aquí si tenéis un zombie, pues a dar un destrozo rápido y lo conseguiréis. Yo la verdad es que no lo he conseguido. Oh, he llegado. Tranquila, Paimon.
That's not even all of them. They have 2 more camps nearby. Whichever camp we attack, it's the Ronin in the other 2 camps that'll cause us issues. They might decide to provide backup or abandon them and escape on their own.
Ataquemos a todos a la vez.
But Captain, that would put you in great danger. If we spread our troops too thin, we won't have enough men to guard you. It's too risky.
Estaré bien.
Yep, the traveler eats amateurs like these for breakfast.
All right then. We'll deal with them all in one go and rendezvous with you on completion.
Vale, pues nada, cada uno a un campamento y apañamos. Vale, ¿a dónde hay que ir? Allí. Vale, estos son más poderosos. Entonces, bueno, habrá que tener un poco de cuidado. ¡Hola! Por si acaso.
Ever seen one of these?
Loco.
The hunt is on.
Access denied.
Ojito con los poderosos.
Rain cutter. You're stuck now.
Ojito, ojito.
Speed of light. With sword comes shadow.
Hay más. Oh, estos son samuráis de estos gordos.
Got something for ya.
Bueno, no pasa nada.
We're way
Haremos lo
behind
que se
the
pueda.
blaze over.
The hunt is on.
Cuidado que Aloy ha estado por ahí salvando peña,
Cut to the chase.
así que tampoco es para subestimarla.
Incoming.
Ever seen one of these?
Y esto para ti, cuidado.
This is a new one.
Oye, cuidado.
Don't blink. Nowhere to hide.
Vale, más o menos.
Witness the power of Kokomi. Know my sword.
Cuidado. Vale, a ver si se recarga de vida a Aloy. Vale.
Born of ice and frost. Speed of light.
Cuidado, loco.
We're way behind schedule.
Vale, ¿hemos acabado? Vale, hemos acabado. Sí, era más
That
durito.
should be the last of them. You didn't get hurt, did you?
Estoy bien.
Cool. Paimon wonders how everything is going with Kotoku and Yoshihisa. Should we go over and check on them?
Captain!
Captain, the other two camps have been cleared. The entire rearguard of Watatsumi Island is now secure.
Muy bien hecho.
Great! We solved the Ronin problem and got everyone to look after us, too.
Qué salada, Paino.
But what's next? Let's go back and check with Kokomi.
¿Qué has dicho? ¿Que sí o que no?
Finally, we got it done. These Ronin have been bugging me for ages, but Kotoku wouldn't let us at him until now.
What? No way could you have taken them down without the new captain here. I was putting the safety of the team first. Got it?
Oh, come on. You were just being a coward.
Hey, cut the attitude! These guys, honestly. Forget them. Let's go.
Venga, vámonos. Vale, vamos a ver a Kokomi. Bueno, al campamento, a ver. ¿Dónde está el teletransporte más cercano? Aquí. Vale, pues venga, vámonos para allá.
Body and mind.
Vayamos a hablar.
How was it? Did your initiation go smoothly? I'm sure you're playing it down a little. Kotoku and the others put you through your paces, I presume. But with your level of ability, I'm sure it was a walk in the park. Since you're back, I take it that the Ronin are now gone from Watatsumi Island?
You bet! We sure showed them who's boss!
Good. Now we just need to make sure Okubo keeps a close watch to prevent their resurgence. Thank you. I believe in rewarding merit, so you will be compensated for your hard work. Let me see. Too soon for another promotion, I think. I could increase your pay.
Oh, sí, aumentame el sueldo, hombre, ¿por qué no? ¿Dónde está Teppei?
I gave him an assignment. He's taking part in a surprise attack against the Shogun's navy. He expressed a desire to be on the front line, so I honored his wishes. Now, speaking of assignments, I have a special mission I'd like to give you.
special mission?
Yes. In between Watatsumi Island and Tarasuna, there are some ruins relating to a god who fell in the Archon War. There are several small islands there, often used as a transit point when transporting supplies. Recently, however, supplies stored there have started to go missing for no obvious reason. Stranger still, the Resistance army passed by and reported they found no signs of danger. I'd like to task you with getting to the bottom of this. It's not urgent, so there is no need to leave immediately. I suggest you take a few days to familiarize yourselves with the army, and also with Watatsumi Island. When Teppei returns, you can catch up with him, then pick a day when the weather's good to set sail for the islands.
Is Teppei really gonna be okay? He has a tendency to dive into action without thinking things through. Oh, Paimon can't help but feel a little worried about him. Oh, why don't we go wait for him at the training grounds?
Vale, hay que ir al campo de entrenamiento a ver a Teppei, por lo visto.
Long time no see. So, how's Swordfish 2 treating you? Getting along okay with everyone?
Bastante bien.
Well, you're in luck, because this season's veterans got a few leadership tips for you. Raising their pay will boost morale, while giving them a few bounties will act as an incentive to go the extra mile. It's also important to maintain strict discipline at all times, and finally... wait. What was it? What was it?
Se lo olvidaba.
Wow, where'd you learn all that, Teppei?
I read it in a novel from the Publishing House. It was a long time ago. You wouldn't believe how many dongo it took to convince my friend to let me borrow it.
You're seriously gonna use a novel to tell people how to run an army? Pretty sure that's called being an armchair general.
General de sillón.
Haha! That's where you underestimate me. That's right. I'm learning military management on the job now. Just like you.
Espera, quiere decir que...
You'd better believe it. Thanks to my outstanding achievements in the recent naval battle, I have officially been made the captain of my very own Special Operations Unit.
Ah, muy bien, tiene una nueva unidad propia.
It's a brand new unit. Herring 1. What do you think? Pretty awesome, right?
Arenque 1.
I spoke to Her Excellency, and she says our uniforms are in production.
Están haciendo uniformes.
Let's go collect them together once they're ready. I can't wait to put them on. We're really gonna look the part. Everything's going great. Our mystery sponsor supplies have really helped turn things around.
Will Paimon get a uniform too?
Se emociona.
Of course. You're a recognized member of the Watatsumi Island Resistance.
Captain, a new assignment has come in.
Thank you, soldier. I'll be there on the double. All right, I better go. See you again soon. You better watch out, partner. At the rate I'm going, I'll overtake you if you're not careful.
Oh, qué tío.
In your dreams, mister.
Sigue soñando.
I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. I'm at the top of my game right now. This is my time to shine.
Allí se va el tío todo emocionado.
Paimon's so surprised that Teppei's been made a platoon captain. He must have been working super hard. Let's take a break, then go check out these Archon War ruins.
Muy bien. Pues hemos hecho la primera parte. Anhelantes de la atención, va a investigar las ruinas. Vale. Muy bien, vale, pues parece ser que han nombrado a Teppei capitán del escuadrón de la Denke. Muy bien. Página misteriosa, para saca. Vale, pues nada, vamos a ir al punto S en cuestión. Vamos a echar un vistazo al mirador. Muy chulo. Aldea de los habitantes de las profundidades. Entrada desbloqueada. Muy bien. Vale, vamos a ver qué ¿A qué distancia está eso? Investiga. Vale, un poquito de solsetia nunca viene mal. Vale, echemos un vistazo. Está por aquí. A tomar por saco. Ah, pero esta zona ya es más conocida. O sea, lo que hemos desbloqueado es esto, supuestamente. Porque esto ya es parte de la otra zona. Vale, a ver, viaje rápido. No tenemos nada más que este. Vale, pues nada, vámonos para allá. Sigamos con la investigación.
Rain. One way to wash off the grime.
Vale, pues nada, vámonos volando o planeando, porque el barco también está allí. Bueno, podemos tirar el barco, aunque está todo cerca. Voy a por los rayitos.
This thing is fun.
La mola. A LOL. Tiramos esto y tiramos mitad. Igualmente el barco está por ese lado, así que casi que ni me compensa. Vamos. Vale, esto no es...
But Sangonomiya is right. Doesn't look like anything suspicious is going on. Could they be hiding? Let's see what we can find.
Vale.
These electro monuments look a little
Tenemos aquí
suspicious.
electricidad. Hay que desbloquear estos cacharros. Este, por ejemplo. Vamos. Quizá necesitaremos un arco, quizá, para hacerlo más rápido. Vale, vamos a llamar a nuestra arquera preferida de Electro, que quizá puede que nos ayude. A ver si la veo. Hija mía, aquí.
In the name of the Prinzessin.
Pues eso es mismo. Vale. Vamos a ver. Organización, vale. Vamos a probar este orden. Por si fuera. Vale.
Oz, reveal thyself.
With sword comes shadow.
By royal decree.
Corre. Necesitamos aquí a Peña de Electro aquí a tope.
Speed of light.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
I summon thee. Don't blink. Incoming.
Esto.
Was it drawn out by the
Me cago en la leche. Mira, viene por aquí. Vale, loco. Cuidado.
This'll pack a punch. The hunt is on.
Toma, toma, chaval.
Oz, reveal
Vale, tenía que
thyself.
haber cambiado a... Pero bueno.
Nowhere to
Con
hide.
electro. Bueno, nos apañamos con
Ring cutter.
Aloy.
This is a new one.
Esto no lo podemos romper. Vale. Pues habrá que tener cuidado.
Cut to the chase.
Claro, es inmune a esto, pero bueno. Lo reventamos igualmente.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Ever seen one of these? You're stuck now. Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Vale.
A minor setback.
Cuidado.
Nowhere to hide. The hunt is on. Got something for you.
Ojo, Aloy, que estás tú sola.
Speed of light. This is a new one. Huh? Cut to the chase. Incoming.
Cuidado. Ojito, ojito.
Shadow Raven, let night fall. This'll pack a punch.
Se ha bufado, se ha bufado. Le quitamos poca vida. Pero bueno, le mantenemos congelado. Aquí.
You're stuck now. Nowhere to hide. Speed of light. By royal decree.
Sí. Lo tenemos medio, Aloy. Muy bien. A tu casa, chaval.
Got something for you.
Lánzale la bomba.
The hunt is on.
Hasta luego, chaval. Uf. Oye, que ni tan mal, ¿eh? Que vamos con 2 electros.
Glad that's over. As monsters go, that one was pretty tough. But what's such a huge Thunderhelm lodge girl doing here in the first place? It doesn't make any sense. Also, the atmosphere here gives Paimon the creeps. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going.
Hombre, Teppei.
Pepe, what are you doing here?
Wow, this is a surprise. I didn't know you were the ones investigating here.
¿Qué le pasa en el pelo? ¿Te lo has aclarado, hijo?
I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. Figured I'd stop by and clear any threats in this area on the way back.
Are you alright there, buddy? You're looking slightly the worse for wear.
I'm fine. It's nothing. I must have caught a cold a couple of days ago while I was out at sea. On my way past, I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to investigate, so I thought I'd come and take a look. If there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero. Shame it was just you guys. Guess I came here for nothing.
Pepe, don't you think there's something strange about this place?
Now that you mention it, there is something a little off about it. It could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess. We're not that far away from Orobashi's remains.
Orobashi.
Orobashi? Who's that?
¿Quién es
A
ese?
god. Look, there's the corpse over there.
Una serpiente.
Ah! It's a gigantic snake skeleton! Oh, it looks terrifying!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya up to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded Yashiori Island. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what later became known as Musojin Gorge.
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in one slash? Wow, that's pretty incredible!
Ni tanto.
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. They say the Shogun lost something very dear to her along the way, too. Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with why the resistance was formed. We only rose up to fight against the Vision Hunt Decree. When Orobashi attacked civilization, Shogun stood up and put a stop to it. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt Decree, it's time for someone to stand up and stop the Shogun.
Uy, está fastidiado.
All right, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elite samurai, so I think I'm gonna take a quick breather, and it's on to my next assignment. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't stay here longer than you need to. Being around the Tatarigami too long won't do your health any good.
Vale, cuídate.
Hey, don't worry about me. Peak condition.
Muy bien, muy bien. Si tú lo dices...
Teppei sure made some big progress if he's already dealing with Shogunate samurai. Paimon can hardly believe it. Let's report back to Kokomi.
Vale, pues vamos a informar a Kokomi. Que aquí en cualquier momento nos cae un rayo rápido. Así que venga, viaje rápido. E informamos. Debemos cambiar ahora un poco el equipo. Nos ha venido muy bien nuestra amiga Fitch, pero vamos a cambiarla. Que descanse un poco. Y llamamos a nuestra amiga Ganyu.
As per our contract.
Claro que sí. Venga. Nos vamos con Aloy. Y le tiramos millas. Cristina y compañía. Kokomi.
Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too! What happened? They look so serious.
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full count yet.
Kokomi, Goro, what's going on?
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging.
Oh, envejecimiento acelerado. Bueno, pues el amigo Teppei tenía
I
el
called them in
tallo-
for questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt Decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting a hold of them.
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the answer. We must put a stop to it immediately. Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Well, most of the officers refuse to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Oh no,
Do you know something about this?
es un engaño de los Fatui.
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
Oh,
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now we need to inform the whole army to cease using their delusions immediately. all soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment. I just hope we'll be in time to save them.
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with symptoms...
Teppei,
No!
claro.
Surely he can't have... let's go check on him.
Uy, está Vegeta el pobre seguro. Vale, vamos a buscar, vamos a verle, a ver dónde anda. Teppei. No está muy lejos, a ver si se puede hacer un viaje rápido por aquí. Bueno, se puede ir desde aquí, espero. Vale, vamos a buscarle. Claro, está aquí en el pueblo de Borou, lo lejos que si necesitamos tal. ¿Estaba ahí?
Oh.
Bueno.
Hey guys, what are you doing here? Just a moment. Let me get up. Ugh. It's weird. I don't know where all my strength's gone.
¿Qué pasó?
Oh, right. Yeah. I haven't had time to give you the full details. Well, I made a lot of great contributions to the war effort lately. Fighting Shogun's army at sea, taking on Shogunate samurai all by myself, rescuing my comrades from an ambush. Things I never would have dreamed I could do when you first met me. If only I were stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the Resistance. Wait a sec. Where's my secret weapon gone?
Háblame de esa.
It wasn't long after you were made captain of Swordfish 2. I met these mysterious people. Said they were with our supporters. They gave it to me and said that as long as I have the will to become stronger, his secret weapon will answer my call. It's just like a vision, isn't it? Of course, I've never used a vision, so I wouldn't know the difference.
Esto es un engaño, hombre, que no te has enterado.
Delusion? Oh God. Doesn't sound very good. So, what's the difference between a delusion and a vision?
Un engaño drena la fuerza vital de su portador. Ah, claro, por eso envejecen, porque lo va absorbiendo la vitalidad.
Gosh. Well, I suppose it's not too surprising that a mysterious weapon of unknown origins would come with its risks. I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days, and I have this strange sense of dread. At first, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. Didn't think anything of it. But today, I got back and suddenly my vision was going blurry. This is a real shame. There I was, thinking I was catching up with you. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the gods after all. Hey, would you do something for me? When our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it back here, and we can change together.
Claro que sí, hombre.
What's that look for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've rested up, I'll be right as rain. Right as rain, I tell you. As soon as I've rested up.
Teppei.
Los Fatui.
Hey, where are you going? Hey!
Muy bien, misión completada. El engaño, habla con Sangonomiya. Hombre, si está aquí. Vamos a hablar ahora con ella. Espérate, que había visto por aquí un brilli. Nunca está de mal. Vale, hablemos con Sangonomiya.
How's Teppei's condition?
¿Cómo es posible que ninguno de nosotros se haya dado cuenta? Vamos a decirle que está mucho
I
peor.
have put out the order to seize all delusions. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but nothing serious. Sadly, a few have been less fortunate.
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor their condition. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion is, but they still intend to keep using them.
Okay, I'll leave you to deal with the situation. I have to get to the front line. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the Shogun's army attacks now while we're scrambling to recover, it could well undo everything we have achieved so far. What are your thoughts?
Me enfrentaré los Fatui directamente.
No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force, so their delusions must be produced within Inazuma's borders. To organize an operation of this scale, they will have had to mobilize a huge amount of manpower and resources. They can't have done it without local support. If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. But it's sure to be heavily guarded. It's dangerous to go alone. At least take some troops with you.
No hay tiempo para ello.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are sure to take notice. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. Let me think. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big and secluded, but close enough to a transport route to ensure the supply of raw materials. Not many places meet these criteria, and if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be the cliffs, near the ocean at the southwest of Yashiori Island.
En la isla Yashiori.
I'm not going to stop you, but please, be careful. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Bien, en marcha.
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Paimon se acojona. Allá van. Vale, buscando el lugar en el que se fabrican los engaños, tenemos que ir ahí a la... Pobrecito, está hecho polvo. Vale, vamos a echar un vistazo a ver por dónde cae. Bueno. A ver por dónde cae. Vale, tenemos... Viaje rápido. No, aquí no puedo ir. Vale, pues nada. Nos vemos allí.
My family, Rain, outlines your fate.
Vale, para allá. Mientras nos vamos curando por el camino, puede ir a una estatua de esta de salud, pero bueno. Vamos a ir curándonos así poco a poco. Sin prisa pero sin pausa. Nos vamos curando. Vale, hay cositas aquí sin hacer, lo reconozco, pero bueno. Todo no se puede, así que lo iremos haciendo poco a poco, sin prisa pero sin pausa. Lo que pasa es que, bueno, quería hacer la misión esta. Mira, ahí tenemos uno de estos. Ya te atiendo yo de otro día, no te preocupes, chaval. Somos así. ¿Qué tenemos que explorar? Estamos por la zona. Busca el lugar en el que se fabrican los engaños. Vale, estamos ahí. Vale. Punto de transporte desbloqueado, dice. No sé dónde. Vale. Es por ahí. Ah, vale, que es una gruta. Es una gruta. Vale, vamos a ver qué entra aquí. Fábrica de los engaños. Vale, espera un poquito, a ver si le doy un poco a Aloy, un poco de vida. Vale, entremos. Vale, es un dominio, vale. Falta Piro. Vale, falta Piro. Bueno, vamos a cambiar a Aloy por nuestro querido Bennett.
You want me on your team?
Sí. ¿Por qué no? Venga. Empezar. Oh, esta zona. Sí.
No, my sword.
Bueno, tenemos aquí. Llevamos 2 curetas. No está mal tampoco. Bueno. Está hecho un asco. Vale, se han caído unos pinchos. Ah, vale, hay más pinchitos. Vale. Vale, vamos con cuidado. Vale, creo que el tema de colarse, como que sigilo aquí poco. Vale. Sigilo poco. Así que nada, vamos a empezar a darle una paliza.
Let's light it up. Incoming. Cut to the chase.
Access denied.
Cuidado.
Speed of light.
Ostras, cuidado.
Rain outlines your fate.
Madre mía, seguro.
Don't blink. For Rex Lapis.
Ostras.
Rain cutter. Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork.
With sword comes shadow.
Vamos aquí a personal.
Rain outlines your fate. Body and mind.
Let's move.
Uf, son duretes,
Don't blink. Everybody stand back. Cut to the chase.
Vamos, hijo mío.
Let me weave you a verse. Let's light it up.
Nowhere to hide. Incoming.
Le tenemos un poco moribundo. Un poco
Let's
cansino.
light it up.
Vale, murió. La pobre gancho, ¿cómo está?
No, my sword.
Vale, vamos a ir Que se vaya recuperando. Recogemos amuleto. Esto se puede recoger. Son médulas. Vale. Ascensor. Aquí esto... Ah, vale. Ya voy pillando el rollete. Pillamos la movida de lo de ahí y para abrir esa puerta. Vale. Visto.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Now, where have we seen
verdad.
that before? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Conjure Commission are... Oh, hell.
Vale. Nos curamos.
No, my sword! Speed of light! With sword comes shadow!
Vale, ha caído uno.
Over here! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Vale, cuidado. Queda otro por ahí.
Rain cutter! Speed of light! Nowhere to hide!
Muerto. Vale. A ver, hay un cofre aquí, le pillamos. Vale, y pillamos en la cosita esta. Ese suelo. Aquí hay algo. Aviso del superintendente. Situación de la guerra civil. Sí. Para expandir el mando del engaño del ejército de resistencia, instigar la guerra y mantener viva la voluntad de seguir con la guerra por parte de ambos bandos. Qué curioso, ¿no? Vale, yo lo mando de apoyo oficial de los asuntos marítimos. Nathan, para poder levantar las aspiraciones de las tropas en colmilla a la brevedad. Si hay algún imprevisto, deben ayudar a Nathan a huir, que era así, Vale. Recuerdo bien, pues esta forma de poder garantizar su momento de engaños. No podemos ignorar al más mínimo detalle. Vale, claro, esto nos interesa. Vale, tenemos que pillar el ascensor. Nos interesa que estemos enfrentados los dos sitios. Vale, no hay interruptor por aquí ni nada. ¿Cómo hacemos para que suba esto? Vale. Vale, creo que hay que subir por ahí. Esto tiene pinta de romperse, no sé cuándo, pero la pinta la tiene. No sé si lo tengo que romper ahora. Ojo. Ojo.
Hey, guys! It looks dangerous. We better watch our step or we might get hit.
No, yo no. Cuidado. Vale, hasta aquí de acuerdo.
Rain outlines your fate.
Nos vamos curando poco a poco. Vale, aquí tiene pinta de que morimos. A ver. Vale, simplemente este. A ver.
Don't blink.
Ay, verdad. Casi lo conseguimos. Vale, hay que pillarle rollete. Tiramillas. Vale, pues pillado eso. Hasta aquí de acuerdo. Vale, y tenemos las dos piezas, se supone, ¿no? Vale, bien. Hasta aquí de acuerdo. Vale, esto está cargado de electro, pero se supone que... Bueno, habrá que entrar, ¿no? Cuidado, cuidado.
Blaze over.
Locurón, locurón.
With sword comes shadow.
Dan los pantaletes.
Access denied. Cut to the chase.
Ahí estamos.
Don't blink.
Uno muerto.
Everybody stand back.
Vamos, chavalote.
Let me weave you a verse. No touching.
Está un poco moco. A todo hay que reconocerlo. Uy. Vale. Otro. Superintendente. Bueno, los superintendentes.
This is long overdue. Born of ice and frost. Rain outlines your fate. Don't blink. I'm going.
Vale, está muerto. Señorita. No por nada.
Incoming. Cut to the chase.
¿Dónde está?
Out of my sight. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Congeladita.
Got you.
Sí, no me puedo mover, pero te puedo disparar igualmente. Espabilado.
You actually managed to find this place.
Caramuchi.
Congratulations.
Oh.
So, you're another Fatui Harbinger? Like Senora and Child?
Senora and Child. I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm the Balladeer. Number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you, oh mighty traveler.
Oh, escaramuch. Cuidadito con este. Cuidadito.
So many visitors today. To what do I owe the honor?
Están dando engaños al ejército de la Resistencia. Vamos a decirle esto.
Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. Didn't have you down as being so weak.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world. Trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal, don't you think?
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break them down from within. Eternity stretches things out over a long time, but each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now. He's a lost cause. Just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then total destruction. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce. You have to see the funny side.
No te atrevas a burlarte de Teppei.
Hey, calm down!
Cálmate que este va a ser duro, ¿eh? Uy, ay, que nos liamos a leche con él.
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come. Oh, you recognize me right away. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you?
Estamos donde el cerezo.
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other shrine maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this.
¿Las otras Miko?
People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please.
Claro.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
¿Cómo me salvaste de Scaramouche? No sé yo. Vamos a preguntárselo.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, begging for mercy in an instant? Would you believe me?
Pues no creo.
Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought.
Más de lo que pensaba. Muchas gracias, señora.
I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words.
Ahora, a mí que está aliada con Scaramouche, ¿eh? No sé por qué me dio
The
sensación.
delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they?
¿Qué pasó después?
You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that's Songonomiya Kokomi. She really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person. But alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
No se lleva muy bien, puede ser.
A
Kokomi.
hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me.
Así que por eso me rescataste.
You've met her, right?
¿Te refieres a
I'm
Raiden?
not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes?
No me refiero a la marioneta, me refiero a ella. ¿La conociste, cierto? ¿Quiere decir la que está en el interior?
Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being.
Ah, la leche.
Her name is A.
Su nombre es Ei.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Noté alguna sutil diferencia, pero ¿por qué tal?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself.
Ajá.
Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet.
Toma ya.
And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
Su espíritu está en... O sea, su conciencia está en su espada. Madre mía.
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence.
Toma ya.
She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity.
En la búsqueda de la eternidad.
This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity.
Ese es el enfoque que ella ha ideado para lograr la eternidad. Zhongli también mencionó la erosión. Es la razón por la que Zhongli renunció a su puesto. Cualquiera de las dos. Venga, a ver
You
si
mean
está.
Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhongli was facing, though.
Parece que el enfoque de la Shogun Raiden resuelve el problema al que se enfrentaba a Zhongli.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think?
Puede ser, puede
The
ser.
grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The fear of loss.
El miedo a la pérdida. Todavía no estoy segura de lo que quieres que haga.
The truth is, we are on the same side.
Estoy bien molado. No sé yo.
You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it.
Y también salvar a Ei.
The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
Si la derrotas, podrás revertir la voluntad de Shogun Raiden.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world?
Ojo, ojo lo que pide.
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits.
Todavía tengo una pregunta.
Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could appear there tells us one crucial thing.
Exacto, fuimos capaces de entrar con ella en su mundo, ¿no?
That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there.
Toma ya.
Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say, well done, child. You did not disappoint me after all.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
A un entrenamiento, ¿qué dice? Madre mía, impresionante. Besos fugaces. Dirígete al lugar de entrenamiento. Me he quedado flipado. A ver. Ojo. Este es un vistazo al mapa. Sí, está un pelín lejos. Bueno. Vámonos volando. Impresionante lo que acabo de enterar, ¿no? O sea, que la Shogun Raiden está encerrada en sí misma. Ha puesto alguna marioneta por fuera, así a grandes rasgos, ¿eh? Con su aspecto, se supone, que es la que toma las decisiones y tal, por el tema de la eternidad, pero ella está encerrada en sí misma. Y la conciencia la ha medido en la espada. O sea, bueno, un locurón, que tendrá su sentido, pero vamos, un locurón en toda regla. Impresionante. Y tenemos que luchar contra ella, supuestamente, otra vez, para volver a que vuelva en sí.
We're gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism for?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate. Unless, of course, her skills have declined. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a counter-strategy. That should be a big help, don't you think? The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this shouldn't be more than you can handle.
Vale, completa el entrenamiento anti-Shogun Raiden. Ojo, ojo, ojo. Vale, a ver, si hablamos con ella nos dice algo más.
What's stopping you? Not still traumatized from your last encounter, are you?
Vale. Vale, pues vamos a probar el cacharro este. Comenzar activar el último desafío. Vale, hay dos. Empezar el desafío, no sé ni cómo va.
No, my sword.
¿Qué hay que hacer?
Time to act. Body and mind. Time to act.
Evita que te golpee.
Body and mind.
Evita que te golpee el movimiento. Okay.
Body and mind.
Un golpe recibido 4 de 10. Vale, pero no sé si hay que esperar a que pase el tiempo. Pues bueno. Supongo que tenemos que aguantar el tiempo. No entiendo. Muy bien. La mecánica. Bueno. Venga. Vale. Vale, conseguido. Desafío completado. Bien. Bien. Hablamos con...
What a workout!
¿Eso es todo lo que tienes?
So how come you know so much about the Raiden Shogun?
You mean me? Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's servant.
El espíritu familiar del Arconte Electro.
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form.
Oh, si me vieran en mi forma de kitsune, toma ya. Me encantaría verlo.
In your dreams.
Ni lo sueñen.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of Euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least.
Al menos en su mente. Quizás la Shogun Raiden es la que vive en una ilusión. Su forma de ver las cosas es demasiado egoísta. Vamos a decirlo.
Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track, regardless of the cost.
O hacer lo que sea necesario para reencaminarla, cueste lo que cueste.
I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of Euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal servant is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really great friend.
Claro que sí, hay que traerla.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare the sentimentality for the time being? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for anti-Raiden Shogun training phase 2.
Oh no, fase 2.
There's a part 2?
Bueno. Pues nada, vamos a ver qué tal se nos da. Peor todavía. ¿No nos tienen que dar? Ah, hay que derrotarlo. Vale, esto es otra cosa. Hay que derrotar. Nos van a pisar igualmente, pero bueno. Espero que sea más fácil.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Not good.
Vamos.
Born of ice and frost, I can fix this.
Son duretes.
Access denied. No touching.
Why do they never miss? Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
Vale, bien.
I'm going in!
All hail. Born of ice and frost.
Let me weave you a verse. Don't blink. Nowhere to hide.
Vale, eso es más fácil. Muy bien. Prueba superada.
We're finally done! How did we do?
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
How do I put this? You're no match for her at all.
No somos rivales.
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances?
Honestamente.
You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, but when they face the Raiden Shogun herself... Considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
Imagino que no.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
I don't mean to belittle them. On the contrary. It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more precious. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful.
¿Cuál es el plan?
Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
All of a sudden you're entertaining guests? Hyman's really struggling to understand how you work.
Vale, vuelve al santuario. Vale. Muy bien. Pues nada, vamos a volver al santuario. Vale, está cerquita.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Don't know. What is it?
You must understand the situation you are facing. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity.
¿Esa escaramuza lo confirmó?
Yes. This is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from the outset.
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Exacto, la comisión de Tenryu trabaja para Fatui.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryo and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Foolish humans, blinded by their greed. Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributing delusions from the shadows.
Exacto.
Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryo Commission.
Una rebelión en la comisión Tenryu.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like the Tenryo Commission has rebelled already.
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean inciting a certain someone to betray the Tenryo Commission.
Ah.
If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun.
¿Quién es esa persona?
I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today.
Toma ya.
She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Toma ya.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me to headquarters. Seize her!
Toma ya.
Affirmative.
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Ugh. Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
Vaya poder que tiene la tía
All of you
también,
outside.
As you wish.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-Sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty to the Shogun.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too?
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
Huh. It's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark? Or are you the only one left in the light?
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times, and remains absolutely loyal to this day. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. At every level of the Tenryo Commission, especially from the head of the clan, Kujo Takayuki. He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone, My own respect for the Shogun pales in comparison to his. How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days, and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, simply because you do not wish to look.
Hay cosas que no se ven simplemente porque no se quiere mirar.
And so,
bueno.
It falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, I will demand a formal apology for slandering the Kujo clan. Also, she will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days. I look forward to it very much.
That was so scary! Paimon wasn't expecting to run into Kujosara here. But, Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Is that all in hand and good to go, or...?
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
Not entirely unexpected.
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail when we're facing off against a god, can we?
Okay, but what are we gonna do, though? We only have 3 days!
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me. We must awaken the professional.
La profesional. Bueno, qué interesante. Misión completada. Quantum probatorio. Ve al bosque Chinchu. Bueno. Impresionante, ¿eh? Ojo. Vale, pues... Tenemos que... A ver. No parece que estemos lejos. Vale, una cosita.
Need help? I'm here.
Vamos a poner un poquito a Aloy. La pobrecita.
No, my sword.
Venga, y nos vamos. La cosa se está poniendo súper interesante, ¿eh? Muy interesante, la verdad. Súper interesante. Vale, tenemos que ir allí. Wow, qué pasada. Vale, tenemos que ir al bosque. ¿Fallo? ¿Puede ser?
That toy Tanuki just turned into a human! What's going on? Paimon's never seen one of these before.
Not a Tanuki. I'm a Muchina.
Muchina.
I'm so tired. If I don't get enough sleep, it'll stunt my growth.
Is this the professional you were talking about? She doesn't look very professional at all.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban, a genuine, bona fide ninja.
Una ninja.
Oh, wow! A ninja? So was that one of those legendary ninja transformation techniques? Anyway, what's the Shiumatsuban?
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato.
Kamisato Ayato, creo que es el hermano de Ayaka.
Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban. However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities.
Más perezosa. La pequeñaja dormilona.
Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but...
No tengo ni idea de lo que estamos buscando.
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. All right then. I'll indulge you with a little more information. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryou Commission is nigh on impossible. But since the three commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions might have an easier job of figuring out what they're up to.
La comisión Yashiro.
Now you're following me. The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet. But with the help of this Shiumatsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends. Don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here. Be sure to bring back the evidence in good time.
Vale, ve a la casa de té de Kokomi. Vale. O sea que tenemos aquí la ayuda de Sayu, que ahora se habrá esfumado. Vale, pues nada, vámonos a la casa de té. La cosa se pone interesantísima, ¿eh? Vale, aquí. Vale, pues nada, vámonos. Vamos a hablar con la peña.
Toma! Toma! You there? It's us! We're back!
Ah, aquí está.
What brings you here?
Aquí está la ninja.
Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss? I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for 1 second.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Let me think. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance for a long time now, but not once has the Shogun ever inquired about it. I used to think that she simply didn't care. But looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryou Commission's reports to the Shogun.
What do you mean?
The Tenryou Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing. Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports, it would confirm everything.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki.
Takayuki.
It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
Dijiste distraerlos.
Yoimiya's fireworks!
That's a very Toma-sounding suggestion. But it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryu Commission. If someone set off fireworks near the statue, they certainly wouldn't ignore it. While they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryu Commission and take the report, as well as any other evidence she might find.
Great! It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a free man again.
Vale, ya tenemos plan.
It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this.
No ha pasado tanto tiempo.
Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you again every day since I got here. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last set foot outside of here. Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so badly.
Poor Toma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt Decree is abolished, the sooner Toma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate properly when it's all over.
Me parece bien.
Let's play the hot pot game again.
You're still thinking about that?
The Tenryu Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you get near. Let's meet back here afterwards.
Alright, first let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya.
Vale. Hanamizaka. Vale, vamos a hablar con Yoimiya, claro.
I really hope the plan works out.
Vale, espero que el plan funcione.
Fireworks are more visible at night. If possible, I suggest you wait till after dark to put your plan into action.
Oh, bien, buena pista, buena pista. Vale, me parece bien. Vale, vamos a buscar a esta, a Yoimiya. Hasta luego, perrito. Y esperamos. Vale, pues sí, el plan, si es por la noche, mejor, claro, porque se ven mejor los fuegos artificiales. Bien pensado. Ah, está cerca, yo creo, ¿no? Sí, sí. Vamos a buscar a nuestra amiga Yoimiya, la de los fuegos artificiales. Oye, al final estamos aquí volviendo a ver a todos los integrantes de la primera parte.
Yoimiya, we need an extra large firework. The super duper big kind.
Extra large firework? You sure came to the right person. As it happens, I made this really souped up one just a couple days ago.
Mega fuerte.
But it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. Huh, may as well give it to you. Let me know how it turns out. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your ears.
Why does Paimon feel so nervous all of a sudden?
Don't worry, it's just a firework, come on. What's the worst that could happen?
¿Qué es lo peor que puede pasar? Claro, ahora entiendo por qué está llena de vendas, la pobre, como la han explotado bastante.
We'll give it a try. Thanks, Yoimiya. Well, we got our distraction. Now
Vale.
we just need to wait for nightfall.
Espera que sea de noche. Vale, a ver si hablamos otra vez con ella.
Is there anything else you want?
No, vale. Vale, vamos a cambiar la hora. Espérate. Entre las 12 y 12 y 5, solamente 5 minutos. Están muy locos. A ver, primero, no me deja ir a ningún lado. No sé dónde tengo que ir. A ver, déjenme echar un vistacito. Debería ir a la torre, o sea, a la... ¿Dónde está? Pero es que no sé dónde está la... Vale, creo que estaba por aquí. Aunque en cuanto ponga la hora seguramente ya me dice dónde tengo que ir. Pero vamos, si estoy más cerca mejor. Vale. Vale, aquí está, ¿veis? Aquí está, estamos cerca, estamos cerca. Vale, espera que sea de noche. Vamos a acelerar un poco. Hora 12 y 12 y 5. Es que anda que no somos exquisitos. No, paso. Quieto, quieto, quieto. Vale, vamos a... Más vale ir un poco con unos cuantos minutejos de por medio. Vale, 11:58.
Enough standing around. Let's keep moving.
Vale, vale, ve el lugar indicado.
You! The warrant is for your arrest! Freeze!
Vale, ve el lugar. Claro, vale, ya ha pillado el rollo. Encima no tienen que ver, en serio. Pues encima tenemos que ir ahí que no nos vean. No sé yo si. No nos podemos agachar ni nada. Bueno, tú. Calla, 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 que no me han visto. Ojo, 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 ¿qué hemos hecho?
Pretty much how I thought. There are loads and loads of people. If one of them spots me, I'll get caught. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak inside.
Tenemos que confiar en Yoinilla.
After I get the document, let's meet back at Komari Tea House, okay?
Vale.
Also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me.
Claro que sí, hombre, te rescatamos.
Is this really a good idea? Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. Careful does it. Watch out for guards and don't get caught.
Vale, hay que ir a la estatua con cuidado de que no nos atrapen. Vale. Lanzan fuegos artificiales para distraer. Vale. Hombre, estamos ahí. Bueno. A ver, ¿hay algún guardia por aquí? Encender los fuegos artificiales. Oh, bien, bien. Tenga cuidado, no sé. Ah, vale, que tenemos.
What kind of firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Mia, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way. Quick, run!
Hay uno por ahí corriendo. Un cofre, trabajado.
I'll keep this close. Truco. Oh, bien. Sí, señor. Ahí. Vale. Lo hemos hecho.
Well, how did it go?
Ni yo misma lo sé.
Well done. Let's wait for news from Sayu.
Vale, ahora falta Sayu. Un tiempo después. Aquí está.
I know exercise helps you grow, but this was a little too much exercise.
Demasiado
I
ejercicio.
feel so dizzy. Everyone is spinning. No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to do first. Oh, right, yeah, I got it. I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped a whole bunch of stuff that looks suspicious.
Se trajo de todo.
Here you go. I'm going to sleep now.
El que guasa tiene. ¡Hala!
My lady, what are we looking at?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is preparing to present to the Shogun. In addition, we have correspondence with the Fatui. It seems that Kujiaya was right. They have been fomenting unrest behind the scenes. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Kujiaya. I trust you will have a plan for the next step. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui in Inazuma.
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun. I still get goosebumps just thinking about her drawing that blade.
Again, we'll just have to trust Kujiaya. She is close to the Shogun, so maybe she will have a way.
If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for a meeting with Yaiko soon. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Vale. Tenemos que ir al lealtad ciega y valor temerario. Vale, regresar al santuario. Sí, sí, sí. Vámonos. Tirando millas. Aquí si no recuerdo mal.
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised. Rest assured I came here alone and told no one about this trip.
I knew you would keep your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to take your mind off it these past few days. Have you managed to get any sleep at all?
You're quite mistaken. I would never doubt the leaders of my clan. So, where is your proof?
Aquí las tienes.
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone's keeping their promises today.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what we had to go through to get our hands on this stuff.
Hand them to Sarah. She can examine them for herself.
What is this?
Informe al trono. El relámpago brillante se extiende por Inazuma mostrando el camino eterno de su excelencia, la Shogun, hasta los mares lejanos, difundiendo su nombre por la tierra. Su devoto seguidor, Takayuki, el de la cuestión Tenryou, extiende la presente misiva. El decreto de la captura de visiones procede sin obstáculos, o su excelencia. Todos los engaños se desvanecen ante su misericordia y poder. Aquellos que han huido vuelven sobre sus pasos, y todo su pueblo acoge las inspecciones, incluso en sus corazones. Todo Inazuma está en paz gracias a su poder divino, su excelencia. ¿Qué es esto?
I see this document bears the official seal of the head of the Kujo clan, and it doesn't look like a forgery. I don't understand. Not a single word about the resistance, Sangonomiya, or the situation on the front line. What about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line, or the hardship endured by the people? Do they deserve no mention? Utter disregard for human life. Why would they want to hide it?
For the sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy if all of the things you just mentioned appeared in this report?
So, the Tenryou Commission, they are deliberately deceiving the Shogun?
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision Hunt decree?
También tengo una carta confidencial aquí.
This is a letter from the Tenryou Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret from the Shogun too.
Uy, se está mosqueando.
Well, the things you wanted to see but also wished not to see are here before you. Surely, you aren't planning to turn a blind eye to them?
So everything I've ever held on to, it's all... How could they? Ugh! This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Bueno, allá que se va.
Kujo-Sara seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryou rebellion is successfully underway.
El ejército de la Shogun se quedó sin un líder por ahora.
Yep. Let's catch up with her.
Alcancémosla.
Hold on, traveler. There's something else we need to discuss.
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the omnipresent god, correct?
¿Cierto?
You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that day. If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, you will have the opportunity you need.
Lo intentaré.
Take this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
Oh, qué chulo.
The omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought I'd put one aside for you.
Gracias.
If you find yourself at your wit's end, take it out and see what happens. Maybe your prayers will be answered and all your problems will disappear in the blink of an eye. Or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows? Maybe I'll just end up appearing right in front of you.
Cut it out, Fox Lady. This isn't the time or place to be poking fun at the traveler.
Para burlarse de la viajera.
I'm sorry. Well then, time for you to face my hopeless fool of a friend. I'm counting on you.
Cuento contigo. Ole, ole, ole. Vale, sigue a Kokomi hasta la sede de la comisión. Vale. Súper interesante la cosa, ¿eh? Vale, creo que hay que hacer un viajecito rapidito. Vamos a ver. Estamos con la persecución. Aquí está. Señorita.
You followed me here? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least until I have received an explanation from Takayuki. But if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this matter, then not only will you be arrested immediately, but you'll also be charged with one more crime. Do I make myself clear?
Más claro imposible.
Good.
Entramos. Ah, vale, que es como un... vale. Pues nada, así mismo empezamos. Aquí va a haber mamporros, está claro.
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top.
Derrota
no
a los
one is allowed
guardias.
to enter.
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice.
Pack a punch.
The hunt is on.
Liémosla pues.
Incoming. Cut to the chase.
Y he mola un poquito, que no pasa nada. ¿Dónde estás, hijo mío?
All hail!
This is a new one.
Vale, bien, bien.
The sword comes down. No, my sword. Let me read you a verse.
Teach me a lesson.
Vale, amiguete.
Show me what you've got.
No turning back. Strike.
Don't hold back.
Ever seen one of these? You're stuck now.
Vale, sí.
Rain outlines your fate.
Nowhere to hide.
Para este durete.
Speed of light. Ha. No touching.
Allow me.
The hunt is on.
Sí, sí, sí.
Blaze over. I can fix this. We're way behind schedule.
No, my sword.
I dare you!
Quiver.
Me está esquivando.
Incoming. Hey. Born of ice and frost.
Un poquito de fresquito.
This is a new one. Got something for you.
Speed of light.
The sword comes down.
Vale, van cayendo, van cayendo.
Show me what you've got.
Flash. Storm the front.
Unos rayitos, nunca vienen mal.
For Rex Lapis.
You cannot match my bravery!
I won't forget this.
Ring cutter.
Vale.
The hunt is on.
Bueno, que destrozo.
Battle formation!
Don't blink.
Soldiers, quick!
Nowhere to hide. No touching.
Rain outlines your fate.
Incoming.
I must.
This'll pack a punch.
Toma, tiramos
You're
eso
stuck
y
now.
lo otro.
Show me what you've got.
Glory to the Shogun. Quiver.
Rayazos.
Watch your
All
step.
hail. Access denied.
Buah, qué logrón.
Stop! Sarah, have you gone insane? How dare you disregard my orders?
Master, I...
Go and ask him. Don't let him intimidate you.
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne and the letter to the Fatui. Please, tell me why.
So this is how my documents went missing from headquarters? You stole them.
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master. I need to know. Has the Tenryou Commission really betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report you saw was penned by my hand.
He just came right out and admitted it.
The diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed, and all they requested of me in return was to see that the Vision Hunt decrees upheld. For too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. There is no shortage of clans who would tear us down at the first opportunity. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing of another powerful nation and crack down on our enemies at the same time, it appeared to me to be an excellent deal. I simply saw no need to inform you, Sarah.
But you worship the Shogun. How can you betray her after all this time and act like it's nothing?
Betrayal? How can you call this a betrayal? The Fatui may think they are using me, but the reverse is true. What could they possibly hope to achieve? When the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they shall fall to their knees and tremble! paralyzed by fear and trepidation. After all, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi.
Confía demasiado en el poder de la Shogun.
Yeah, he doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior, especially the Muso no Hitotachi. In fact, he seems to be way too into it.
But Master, what about loyalty? Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, you taught me the importance of loyalty from servants to their superiors. But it's clear to me now that you wanted my loyalties to stop with the Kujo clan. So you were scared that I would betray you one day? You hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own wretched selfishness!
Selfishness? I am but safeguarding the eternity of the Kujo clan. I'm quite sure the almighty Shogun would be sympathetic to that. As would the former head of our clan.
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui, Paimon thinks he's in for a nasty surprise.
No tiene sentido tratar de discutir con él.
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past. I asked myself, is this truly the correct thing to do? Even though it goes against what I know in my heart to be right. But I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long as she leads the way, who among us is qualified to judge between right and wrong when we have not yet reached the end of the path? But now I realize that the path of eternity is one without end, while this path, it has long since been defiled by your selfish ways. So I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this. If nothing else, my conscience will be clear.
Stubborn and futile. Report to the Shogun if you so wish. The Kujo clan's position is now unshakable, and nothing you can do will change this. The Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnayan diplomat, a harbinger by the name of Signora.
Signora's the one behind all this? Ugh, not her again! Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an arrogant-sounding woman. We should have known.
A diplomat from Snezhnaya? Well, if she thinks she's leaving Inazuma in one piece, she's got another thing coming.
Hola, ahí se va.
Stormed off! Do you think she's gonna go barge into Tenshukaku right now?
Tenemos una cuenta pendiente con Signora.
You can say that again! Alright then, let's do this!
Por supuesto. Vale, un cofrecito.
Long as we have the Muso no Hitotachi, the people of Inazuma have nothing to fear. A self-evident fact. Yet Sara is blind to it.
Bueno, este está flipado con el pensamiento vacío. Vale, pues nada, hemos pillado ahí recompensas. Nos piramos. Vale, sigue. Nos curamos un poquito. Ah, bueno, no está... Vale, pues nada, vamos a pata.
Body and mind.
Espero que no nos... ¡Hola! Gente aquí... Echa mocos. Espero que no nos fundan los plomos. Aquí ha habido lo que viene siendo hule del bueno. Vamos, que lo han dejado hecho mocos aquí a la peña. Bueno. Ojo. Sí. Vale, ya estamos llegando. Venga, vamos. Están todos hechos papilla. A ver, ¿le podemos hablar con él? No, estamos todos... Entramos. Vale, es otro desafío de estos. Vale. Habrá que hacer aquí algunos cambios. Me parece a mí.
Let's jam.
Así, de modo provisional. A ver cómo va la cosa. Habla con Signora. De noble a noble. Como Eula es así, rollo nobleza.
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken it for some kind of street market. Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What has she done to Kuchusara?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora.
Then I apologize, Almighty Shogun. I know, you can't get me out of your mind. But you really don't need to call my name all the time. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me around like a dark shadow.
Estás distribuyendo en secreto los engaños. ¿Quieres tomar el control de Inazuma?
Ah, so you came to expose my crimes in front of the Shogun? I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
She doesn't take us seriously at all!
Por todos los que han perdido sus visiones, por todos los que han sido perjudicados por los engaños.
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing about. They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. But now, at least, they get to be building blocks in the grand revolution to realize eternity. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for, in their tiny little lives? Almighty Shogun, do correct me if I'm wrong.
Por las noches de Venti, por la gente que pusiste en peligro. Por las noches de Venti.
That's ancient history. You certainly love to hold a grudge. The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing in all the world. These other mundane details you insist on mentioning, they're just necessary sacrifices. That's all.
Es hora de que ponga fin a esto.
You stop me?
No, la verdad es que se la ve bastante poderosa.
For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well. But I didn't have you down as someone quite so foolhardy. Before you go saying something you can't take back, remember that you're Inazuma's most wanted criminal. I suggest you consider your circumstances very carefully. Charging into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me in front of the Shogun wasn't the brightest move. Don't you think it's time you stopped digging? I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us, both in status and in strength.
I challenge you
Toma, ¿cómo habló ahí? Te reto.
to a duel before the throne.
Toma ya.
Proceed.
Se va a liar.
My, you're full of surprises today. So you've learned to make the law of the land work for you too, I'll admit that I never expected to be in a situation where the two of us were on equal footing. You are aware that the loser must die. Are you sure this is what you want?
¿Eres consciente de que la perdedora debe morir? ¿Estás segura de lo que quieres? Vale, pues lo sabemos.
Then I will deign to share this last dance with you. Till death do us part!
Vale, se avecina combate epiquete.
A lesson on Harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
Power cord! Everybody stand back!
Detestable! Crush!
No touching!
More speed!
Pues hay que romper esto.
Into the frozen void! Beg for mercy! Shudder!
Next up, feel the beat!
Tactless rodent! Detestable!
Vale.
Adventure time! Off we go!
Pyrotechnics!
Estoy rompiendo eso que no sé muy bien qué significa, pero bueno. Ha pillado, ha pillado.
Didn't see that coming. Beg for mercy.
Porque nos congelamos.
Frozen boy. Vengeance will be mine. Rodent, shudder. More speed. Into the frozen void.
I'm going in!
Detestable.
No touching! Shred till I'm dead!
Crush.
Vale, anticongelante, por favor. Uno de estos. Ataque de fuego.
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has
Cuidado,
no
cuidado.
place for transgressors.
Vale, mira, nos funde, ¿eh?
Feel the beat! Access denied! Beg for mercy. Let us cross swords.
Glaze over. You've got some nerve laying your hands on me. Harbinger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence and tremble, traveler. You have reason to be afraid.
Let's light it up.
Nos congelamos. No sé esto si hay que
Off we
romperlo.
go. Access denied.
Ah, no, calla, calla, que esto da calor. Calla, calla, que esto hace que nos descongelemos. Vale, un momentito. Vale, tenemos un poco roto.
Amp it up. Adventure time.
Vámonos a lo calentito. A ver si abrimos algo de comida.
I'm going in.
The pale flame smolders.
Vamos. Cómo nos congelamos aquí, Corre,
The
corre, corre.
Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors.
Vale, de momento
Off we go.
polilla carmesí.
I always bounce back. Just what? Beg for mercy.
Corre, corre. Tenemos polilla. Daño piro adicional. Oh, bien, bien, bien. Le hemos roto el caparazón. Bruja carmesí de las aguas. Oye, 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 oye. Ojo, ojo, ojo. Oh, qué musiquita más. Venga, vale, ahora está hecho fuego. No, 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 no. Dejemos del fuego. Y atacamos. Aumentamos el ataque. Madre mía, loco. Daño físico. Y lo vamos viendo por el camino. Bueno, ponemos algo.
Waste a frozen
Vale, aquí
shell
no-
and witness my suffering. In fires of sin
Vale,
and
estamos hielo.
retribution, your soul will be incinerated.
Beg for mercy.
No, 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 no. Cuidadito.
We're way behind schedule.
Access denied.
Madre mía.
Ashes will remain.
Feel the beat.
No sé si el escudo este nos sirve de
I
algo.
got this.
Ostras.
Crush.
Ojo, ojo. Nos achicharramos.
Shudder. No touching.
Madre mía, qué loco.
Not even ashes will remain. All must burn.
We're way behind.
Everybody stand back.
Did I miscalculate?
Estamos a tope. Vale. Vamos, para, bonita, para.
No immolation! A cherished agony. Do you feel it?
Next on the
Embrace
agenda.
your searing reckoning! Come, put up a fight! Freeze to the core! Shred ante! Embrace your searing
This
reckoning!
is long overdue. Access to...
Beg for mercy. More speed.
Madre mía.
Shudder. Huh? Born of ice and frost.
Embrace your searing reckoning!
Se nos mosquea, se nos mosquea.
We're way behind schedule. No touching. Come on, focus.
Not even ashes will remain!
Beg for mercy. Yeah. More speed.
Not every wound will heal. Power core! Not even ashes will remain! Let's light it up!
Feel the beat. Access denied. Crush. Well met. Born of ice and frost.
Mierda, 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 que nos persigue.
Not every wound will heal! Off we go! Come, put up a fight!
Estamos todos...
Who dares call me a witch?
Next on the agenda.
Not even ashes will remain!
Touché.
Mierda. Cuidado.
Power core! Dance, my pretties! Let's light it up!
Shudder.
Pyrotechnics!
Born of ice and frost.
Adventure time!
Necesito conseguir
Let's light it up!
curación de bebé.
Let's light it up! Off we go! Power core!
La tenemos un poco medio muerta,
Feel the beat!
pero nosotros también.
Who dares beg for mercy?
Guess I got my comeuppance. Must press on.
poco complicada la cosa, ¿eh? Eula. Te necesitamos. Vale, estamos todos llenos.
More speed. Power core. Beg for mercy.
¡Muere! ¡Muere!
Crush.
Uf, nos hemos librado, pero bien.
So strong, but how? I am a Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. I swear, if you strike me, I will make sure. The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma... Stop! I order you! And you! Filthy rats! All of you! You are the enemy of eternity. But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
Impresionante. Claro, como a quien perdiera la pena era la muerte. Por eso ha muerto sin Nora. Impresionante. Menudo poder tiene.
The Raiden Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that, right?
Vale.
Oh, the air feels suffocating. It must be the Raiden Shogun's almightiness.
No, no podemos hacer nada. Va solo, va solo. Sí, Nora ha muerto.
One strike from the Shogun and now Signora's gone! She got what she deserved, but Paimon still can't help but feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Huh? Traveler, you got a headache? Chin up! Let's get out of this place. Paimon feels... unsettled.
El filo de pensamiento vacío.
Also, when the Shogun executed Signora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful. It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat.
Pues sí, vamos todos hechos mocos. No sé yo cómo vamos a ir a por ella.
So, to recap, Yaimiko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god. Oh, but we'll be like lambs to the slaughter, won't we? Oh, maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while?
No estaría mal.
The sound of electro-zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe. Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent. Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshukaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
Si estamos aquí defensos, no hacemos nada. Estamos en el vacío. Pues sí, parece que despertamos. Vale, mira qué pasó.
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
Wow. Otra vez a su casa hemos ido. Bueno, era lo que queríamos.
So we meet again.
Uf. Espectacular, ¿eh? La verdad.
Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me?
Los Fatui engañaron a Shogun Raiden.
Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree.
¿Sabes todo lo que ocurre fuera?
Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago.
La gente de Azuma ha pagado un precio alto por el decreto.
Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations, are they not? Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf.
Este plano de la Eutinia es producto de tu conciencia, ¿cierto?
That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will, aren't you?
No estoy aquí para debatir. Estoy aquí para demoler tus ideas.
So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me.
Ay, nos va a poner finos.
Do you wish to become the enemy of eternity, traveler?
Esto sí. Nos vamos a tomar esto, nos tomamos esto, nos tomamos esto y que Dios nos ampare. Porque nos va a fundir los plomos.
Shudder! Flood of frost!
All hail! Access denied.
Madre mía, es que impresionante.
Amp it up!
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Cúrame la gente.
Fix my contract goes
Impresionante.
More speed.
Es que no hacemos ni cosquillas.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Ni cosquillas.
Power
This ends now.
We're way behind.
Hey, not the guitar!
Cuidado, loco.
Inferior. Evasion is futile.
Come on, focus.
I'm going in!
Strike dead.
Pyrotechnics!
Corre, cúrate.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Madre mía, impresionante.
Beg for mercy. Freeze to the core.
Strike dead.
I can fix this.
Vamos esto. Ataque. Vale. Impresionante como mete, ¿eh?
More speed.
Un poco de resistencia.
Shred till I'm dead.
Inferior.
No touching.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Instabilities will be removed.
No lo deja. Lo que no ha cegado.
Strike dead.
We're way behind schedule.
Madre mía.
Inferior.
More speed.
You are an enemy that requires special attention.
Touché.
This ends now.
More speed.
Impresionante. Vale, no tenemos las otras opciones. Nada más que
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
preparados para recibir. Oh.
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close? Hmm?
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, They too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
We can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Madre mía. Ole, ole, ole. Cuidado. Ahora está a tope. Esto es como un neo de Matrix, ¿eh? No la veo.
I'm going in! Blaze over! Access denied!
Vengeance will be mine! Beg for mercy!
This world, a fleeting shadow.
All desire can be broken.
Try to undead! Everybody stand back!
No me deja acercarme.
This is long overdue! We're way behind schedule.
Crush! Freeze to the core!
No hay tregua, no hay tregua, no hay tregua. Mierda.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Amp it up!
Wow. Impresionante.
You've lost, eh?
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people, and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out.
Pueden superar las expectativas de los dioses, pueden incluso hacer el trabajo de los dioses. Superar.
Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue?
Sí.
There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward. So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. Eternity is the only way. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every Thunder Sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen the nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned. When all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and ever. Isn't that right?
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply exist. It is a hollow shell of a nation. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention, your divine gaze.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me?
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself. It must have been terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries on end.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity? You are obviously lonely, and yet for the sake of eternity, you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
I have nothing to say to that.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity. So it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again. Seeing you again is a change to eternity. And a very nice surprise.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree. But, with regards to eternity, and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some thought.
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
So what did you guys do in the riding Shogun's plane of Euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt decree abolished?
Todo fue gracias a Yaimiko.
Gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know. So maybe the reason Yaimiko is looking for us now is because she wants to thank us. Let's go find her.
Madre mía, impresionante, ¿eh? O sea, me he quedado sin palabras. Impresionante la historia. Aquí está.
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
You literally told us to come meet you here!
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most impressed.
Ocurrió sobre la marcha.
Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
Sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
¿La entregó?
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the balladeer exactly?
Ah, entonces hace tiempo que se llevaron la gnosis.
The balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Pero, ¿por qué tenías tú la gnosis?
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it.
Es la gnosis de A.
As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia.
Ah, cortó los lazos con el Celeste.
Thus the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis.
Ahora entiendo por qué no hemos visto a Scaramouche desde entonces, claro.
Well, what's done is done. And I hardly think we'll be getting it back now. Let's leave the past in the past.
Exacto.
So anyway, you still haven't told us why you called us here today.
It's to thank you.
Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end, has it not? As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead or the events of the past. What would you like to know about?
Ajá, ahora podemos hacer varias preguntas. Cuéntame sobre la marioneta de la Shogun. Cuéntame sobre la antigua Shogun Raiden. Sobre mi hermano. Sobre la siguiente parada en mi viaje. Vale, son 4 preguntas. Cuéntame sobre la marioneta de la Shogun.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps she, as a god, is the only one privy to the knowledge of its origins. Still, there's one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious to know. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness, until the Fatui took an interest in him.
Ugh, not the Fatui!
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original specifications.
No te estarás refiriendo a...
The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis, and the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
Scaramouche.
What a crazy story!
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny?
Vale, así que Scaramouche tela con él. Vale, cuéntame sobre la antigua Shogun Raiden.
I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon. Few citizens of Inazuma are aware of this.
Morax told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were 2 twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Baal y Beelzebul. Madre mía.
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto.
Vale, la de ahora es Ei y la rival era Makoto.
As far as the world was aware, there were not 2, but 1. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly, so there was no need for the public to know the truth. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them, right up until...
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
Hace varios cientos de años. ¿Caenria?
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Paimon feels like she understands A a lot better now after finding that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was before her.
Wow!
Vale, vamos a preguntarle sobre nuestro hermano que estamos buscando.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process.
Después de conocerla no creo que fuera ella.
That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Don't worry, we aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
I wish you the best of luck. May you soon discover the truth behind it all. As for your brother's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it, and I will also borrow some of Ayato's people from the Shiumatsuban. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you.
Vale, no sabe mucho. Y sobre la siguiente parada en mi viaje.
After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into lots of scholars from there on our journey so far.
Yes, well, Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never-ending. But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example, in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Knowledge is a resource?
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith. It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best.
Vale, ya hemos hecho todas las preguntitas.
Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, Traveler. Do you still have the Omamori I gave you?
Por supuesto, lo guardé en un lugar seguro.
Keep it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it? There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than Yae Miko, the wise and beautiful.
Who in their right mind would do that?
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. Traveler, what is your ambition?
Supongo que reunirme con mi hermano.
I see. But that is merely a small goal, based on what preoccupies you here and now. Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Something that shines in unison with fate itself. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. It's a possibility. Continue on your journey, and maybe that moment will come to pass.
Bueno, misión cumplida. Impresionante, la verdad, la misión de Arconte. Una verdadera pasada. Y pues aquí nos vamos a quedar. Después de haber visto este pedazo de capítulo, la verdad es que ha sido una verdadera pasada. Y espero que os haya gustado. A mí la verdad es que me ha encantado. Próximamente haremos la misión legendaria de Shogun Raiden, de Ei. Y nada, lo dicho, espero que os haya gustado el capítulo de hoy. Ha sido un placer, como siempre, compartirlo con vosotros. Muchas gracias por todo. Un saludo y hasta la próxima, campeones.